What's up guys, it's Kelly and happy October! So in honor of it being the first day of the month of Halloween, I decided it was time to do some crazy nail art. So today I am doing this kind of gross, kind of creepy, like stitched up looking skin. So I actually sent this to a bunch of my friends after I did it and everyone was grossed out, so I feel like it was a success. Anyway, if you are interested in learning how I did it, then just keep on watching. So for this manicure I am going to use some base coat, a nude nail polish that matches my skin tone. I'm also going to go in with a nice vampy red shade that looks like blood, and a black nail polish. I am also using a plain old cosmetic sponge. I just buy these from the drugstore, as well as some tweezers. These are optional. I just use a pair of tweezers for my nail art stuff sometimes. And I'm also going to be using a little tiny paintbrush. So to start off my manicure, I am just going to take my clean natural nail and apply my base coat. And once that's dry, I'm going to go in with a couple of coats of my nude polish. So I thought it would be really cool to match my skin tone because I felt like it could almost look like these aren't even my nails. This is just like kind of gross looking stitched up stumps on my skin. I don't know, but you guys can use whatever base color you want. So I'm just going to rip up little pieces of the sponge with my tweezers, and I'm going to take that red polish and I'm just going to take some of like the ragged edges of the sponge, and then I'm going to start dipping that onto my nail. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to create random lines on my nail using that sponged on red color. Just a quick note, the base color should be dry by now, so don't do this if your base color is still wet. I think it actually looks pretty cool if you go in with the sponge while it's not totally saturated, because I think it just makes it look a little bit more realistic and a little bit more splattery and bloody. So don't feel like you need to really saturate the sponge. This isn't a gradient. You can go in with a lighter hand. So once I have that general design sponged on, I'm going to go in with a little bit more of that red in certain areas just to sort of deepen it. I ended up using a jelly polish, so it's not fully opaque. So what I can do is I can layer it so it seems like there are darker, bloodier areas. So I'm just going to do that until I am satisfied. And then I'm going to take my black nail polish and my small nail art brush. And one little trick, if you want it to be raised on your nail like I have it, is to wait for the black polish to dry a tiny bit and just get a little bit gloopy, and then it'll sort of be a little bit thick when you're applying it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that black nail polish and my nail art brush, and I'm just going to draw a thin line over each part where I have my blood. So concentrating in the middle / wherever the blood is the strongest, and just making lines for where my skin is going to be stitched up. Sounds kind of gross. So once I have those lines on, I'm going to go in with my little stitches. So basically just drawing little tiny lines, just basically an even pace on all of those black lines that I put down. So this part, super easy. You really don't have to be exact, and you don't even have to make each of the lines perfect with each other, because we are making this like a really gross, messy, stitched up job. Like, I don't know, like it was not done by a professional, clearly. So you don't have to worry about being exact with anything here. And again, you just want to make sure that that black polish is fairly gummy so that it's sort of raised and it looks like three-dimensional stitches on the nail. So once I had all of my stitches on, I felt like I could use just a tiny bit more blood because, I don't know, I covered up a lot of the blood. So I ended up just going in with a really light hand and just stippling on a tiny more of that blood using my sponge just to make it nice and gory. I don't know, I just thought it looked cooler that way. So you may notice in the beginning photo and right now that I did not use top coat, and that is because I really loved all of the layers and the grittiness of it. I loved that it looked a little bit three-dimensional, like I actually did have like stitched up skin. I did put top coat on my thumb just to see what it looked like, and it just ended up not looking as cool or crazy. It just kind of looked like a drawn-on design rather than like a cool 3D stitched design. So it's up to you guys. Obviously, if you're not using top coat, the manicure won't last as long, but I feel like even if you have like a little bit of chipping on this manicure, it would still look pretty cool. I don't know. Anyway, that's it for this video. I've got tons more Halloween nail art coming, as well as some fall nail art. Don't worry, they're not all this gross. So let me know what you think of it in the comments. Give me a thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!